Live. Just needing a notification. It'll be coming any moment now. Any moment now. I know that we have about a 10-15 second delay from when we're broadcasting
Hmm.
and speaking for it to show up. So let's
Yep,
see.
there we are. We're live.
Oh,
Excellent.
wonderful. Good.
Yeah, we have as Helena said, we're doing something a bit different today. We've got two people, so we're going to go through the 7 keys that we do, and then we're going to get to work, and we're actually going to share how we do a session. We'll be doing it live. Well, Helena will be doing hers live, and I'll be doing mine silently. So I'm Dana J. Smithers. Welcome to the Emotion Code Diva Show. I am one of the divas. The other diva is Helena Jehnichen. We're both certified emotion code practitioners, certified by Dr. Bradley Nelson. You can buy the book. Everything that we're talking about is going to be in here. There's lots of good case studies. And Helena and I both have other certifications that help us do really well with the emotion code and our clients. So I'm also a certified law of attraction trainer and life coach. I'm also a Reiki practitioner, and I in particular like to work with animals. So I found that even when I'm doing my work, even doing business coaching, still that emotion code just is just so wonderful. To people can know what to do, they can know consciously what's going on, but it's all about that subconscious that really is where the blocks lie. And today's topic is about grieving, and I'll briefly be going through the 5 stages of grieving. And grieving can happen with a relationship loss, could be parent, spouse, partner, could be an animal. It can be a loss of your health, a lifestyle. It could be aging. You might be moving. It might be a job loss, lifestyle change, or even financial. So grieving isn't just about somebody passing on. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So Helena, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, Dana. I am Helena
And you know
Jehnichen.
what? Let me just start the recording.
Oh,
We're so anxious.
so Dana, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Dana J. Smithers. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. Helena and I are both certified by Dr. Bradley Nelson. I'm also a certified law of attraction trainer and life coach. And I'm a certified sacred gifts guide as well as a Reiki practitioner. And I love working on animals and helping with the healing process with them. Today's show is all about grief, 5 stages of grief, and we'll briefly be talking about this, but we're actually going to be doing a special episode on grieving because we have so many clients that are going through that process. So I am one of the Emotion Code Divas, and Helena Jehnichen is the other one. Helena, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Dana, and I am Helena Jehnichen. I am a certified emotion code practitioner as well as a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I help men and women release excess weight. I help them remove fears and phobias, especially around the dental issues. I took a certification training called hypnodontics to specialize in that. But my true specialty is helping people stop smoking with hypnosis. I use the emotion code with all of my sessions, and around town I'm known as the Stop Smoking Lady.
Exactly. So in this Facebook page, the Emotion Code Divas, Helena and I did a special episode on stop smoking, and Helena gave her top 10 tips about how to stop smoking. And some of the information that I learned personally from us having this conversation was quite shocking. So we invite you or anyone that you know smokes to just have a listen to that. So on today's episode, we are going to be working on 2 people that are going through the grieving process. So one is a little bit around relationship loss, health, and finances. And Helena, how about for the person you're going to be working on?
And so the person I'm working on messaged me this morning and just to give me a little more details, and there's some anxiety around being feeling lonely and it's actually caused some high blood pressure. So I'm looking forward to releasing some trapped emotions to allow that process to gently unfold and release and allow the emotions and the feelings to be more comfortable. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just noticing that we have a few viewers already, which is always great. So, Natasha, Paula, Samuel, all the way from Rumford, Essex. Very cold day. We'd like to get a weather report. And Christine Redmond, thanks so much for watching. And I know that we'll have more viewers further on. So, Helena, let's just jump right into it. So what we're going to talk about are the 7 keys that Helena and I use, and we will be using these today and have already started the process. So the first thing we need is permission from anyone that we're working with. So Helena, tell us a little bit about that.
Permission. We need permission, so I can't just go walking up to someone or even observing someone and just start working on them doing the emotion code process. It's the basis of the work that we do. We ask for permission before we begin.
So it's all about the integrity. And tell us a little bit about being a proxy, which we are both going to be today for these clients.
That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to, after we've asked permission, which we both have, we're going to tap into our client's subconscious part of their mind, where all the information is stored. Your subconscious mind knows absolutely everything, and we're going to be able to ask questions, yes or no questions, directly to the subconscious mind. And that way, that's how we can work distance, like over video or telephone, even email, because we're all connected, Dana.
Exactly. And the emotion code is all about the energy and removing the trapped emotions. And since our body is, full of trapped emotions, I think Dr. Brad said they're like 650, but that's kind of scary to hear that number. But, these emotions can linger on. It can be inherited. So in today's, the 2 clients we're working on, I've talked to my, excuse me, just have to get a drink. What's the severity of your client, Helena?
The severity of my client is, I believe, an 8. I'm going to double check that before I begin.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So we asked for the severity. So I know that my client has told me that it's an 8 or a 9. Just intuitively, I'm feeling like it's higher for all the things that she's listed. So while we ask you what you think your severity is, we will also just check it when we start tapping into our subconscious for you as a proxy. And so what we're going to be doing is called muscle testing.
Yeah, muscle testing. So muscle testing, how I do muscle testing is I have an agreement with my subconscious mind, and I use these 2 fingers and interlock them. And when I think of the word yes, it just locks. And when they pull apart like this, that's a no. So that's a yes, and this is a no. Super simple. At the beginning, Dan, I used to really tug hard and really test it, and now I just do it much more gently because I've got the feel of it.
Exactly, yeah. So I do mine a little bit differently. I put my index and my thumb together, and I use my index and middle finger of the other hand. And my subconscious, I have an agreement with it, just like Helena. This is a yes, and that's a no. So when we're going to check the severity, we're going to be asking, so they've said, for me, it's an 8. So I'm already getting a no on that one. So is it a 9? No. Is it a 10? Yeah, it's a 10. So that's where I'm going to start and try and reduce that as much as I can. Doesn't always get down to a 0, but we don't have any input as to what the processing looks like for that person or how many emotions they want to release. For some people, it may be a few emotions, and when we're doing this, it may say that's enough. So are there any more? No. So we listen to that, right? We get connected with source and we intuitively listen to what's going on. And so what we're looking at when we're doing the muscle testing is we are asking from Dr. Bradley's chart. He's got 60 emotions here, which he's pared down from thousands to hundreds to 60. And they are in column
A and column B. And then there's 6 rows. So there's odd rows and even rows. So you'll be hearing myself. I'll be doing it live today so you can hear what I'm doing. Um, how I'm asking questions. So I'll be asking, is there a negative trapped emotion I can release today in column A, word B? Is it in an odd row or an even row? And that will bring us down to a single cell of 5 emotions. And then I can ask individually about those 5 emotions.
Exactly. And then we are going to, because it's energy, we're actually going to release those trapped emotions through our body with the use of magnets.
Magnets. These are my magnets for today. So magnets intensify the intention of the work that we're going to do, and it also cancels those emotions. So when we do the work, the emotion actually pops out of the physical system into the energetic system, and then we use the governing meridian, which is a Chinese acupuncture. 2,000 years ago, they mapped out all the meridians in the body, and the governing meridian starts underneath the nose and goes all the way down to the tailbone. So you'll see us swiping like this, canceling, removing, and
And demagnetizing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you probably noticed that I was drinking water.
Dana, I am so thirsty myself. I think this is going to be important today.
Exactly. So we need to be hydrated. And we also ask that if our 2 clients are listening today, that you're hydrated as well, because, you know, energy flows more smoothly and evenly through water. And, you know, our bodies are 90% water anyway. So we're just allowing that, and then allowing those emotions that come up to be released, and we'll demagnetize them. So Helena, do you want to go ahead and give us a little bit of information about your person? And you're going to do a live demo, and I'll give some information about mine, and I'll be doing mine silently.
Yeah. So actually, I just checked, and what she's saying consciously, her conscious mind is saying that the grief level is a 6.
Wow.
So I'm going to double check that, because somehow I popped out the word 8, even though I read the word 6. So we'll see what goes on with that. And I have her age, and she says, the biggest thing for me is anxiety and worry about being alone now. And so let's see where we go with this. So she lost her husband in 2015. So
right.
I am going to begin. And
okay, and I'll just give a little description about the person I'm working on. So she's a single mom. She's 40. And we ask the age because it may come up that we have to ask a particular question. And if we get yes, then we'll start with the age and kind of work down to see when this emotion was trapped. So recently, in the last 7 months, she's lost 2 family members. They're a very, very close family. So that's just a huge amount of sorrow there. She has, unfortunately, a difficult ex-husband to deal with. And she herself has been hospitalized a few times this year, and she's got some financial concerns. So all of those fit under this when we talk about the 5 stages of grief. You know, it's a loss of any kind. So it can be relationship, financial, health. You know, it can be a death. And typically these are the 5 stages in death: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And when we get to that acceptance, you may think that everything's over. It's not necessarily. Some people will go back to anger, because these trapped emotions will continue to come up and get triggered until you release them. So Helena, I'm just going to unplug, and you go ahead and start with your person, and then the audience can see how and listen to how you're actually doing it for them, and I'll go ahead on my person.
Excellent. Good. All right. So I have permission from my client today, and so I'm just going to check to see if I'm hydrated enough. So am I Helena? Yes. Am I hydrated enough? Yes, I am. And so I'm just tapping into volunteer today. And just let me know, because just let me know if I can use your name. There we go. Good. Got there. And so I'm connected now. So I'd like to know if my subconscious mind knows about this grief. Yes, it does. And checking the severity level out of 10, 10 being high, 1 being low. So is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Subconscious mind says it's a 10. So are there negative trapped emotions that I can release today? Yes. Is it in column A or column B? B. Odd, even, even. Is it a 2, 4, or 6? 6. Is it pride, shame, shock? Shock. Can I release shock? Yes, I can. So I have a cheat sheet here that I'm just looking at. Maybe put it up here. Swipe 3 times or more to release it. Did I release shock? Yes, I release shock. And because I'm tapped into my client energetically, I actually can start to feel emotions and start to feel things move in my body. So interesting right now, it's just like I'm just feeling it very much in my gut, like almost like a kick in the gut. So, any more trapped emotions? Yes. Around this grief? Yes. Is it A, odd, odd, 1, 1? Is it abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, lost, love, and received? Abandonment, abandonment. Now release abandonment. Yes. Make a note of those. Releasing abandonment. Release that. Any more trapped? Is it A, B, odd, 1, 3, 5, 1? Is it effort, unreceived heartache, insecurity, overjoy, vulnerability, insecurity? Can I release insecurity? Yes. Releasing insecurity. Any more? Yes. A, B, odd, even, 2, 4, 6, 6. Pride, shame, shock, unworthy, worthless, worthless. Can I release worthless, worthless? Did I release worthless? Any more? Yes. A, B, odd, even, 2, 2. Failure, helpless, hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem, hopelessness. Releasing hopelessness. Release hopelessness anymore. Any more trapped? No. Are there any hidden? Yes. A, B, odd, even, 2, 4, 6, 6. Pride, shame, shock, unworthy, hidden, unworthy. And release that. Releasing hidden, unworthy. Release hidden, unworthy. Any more hidden? Any prenatal? A, B, odd, even, 2, 4, 4. Prenatal depression, frustration, indecisiveness, panic, taken for granted, indecisiveness, prenatal indecisiveness. Release that. Any more to release that? Any more prenatal? No. So is there anything else? Any more? Is there any inherited? Yes. A, B, odd, odd, 1, 1. Effort unreceived, heartache, insecurity, overjoy, vulnerability, effort unreceived, inherited. Where did I inherit this from? From my mother's side, my father's side, my father's side, from my father, from my father's mother, from my father's father, from my father's father. Can I release it? Do this 10 times. Inherited. Sometimes they do a little extra. You release that. And we're inherited. So just checking, are there any more trapped emotions at this time? No. Are there any hidden? No. Inherited, prenatal? No. Okay, is there resonance? Yeah, there's a resonance. So it's A, B, odd, even, 2, 4, 6, 6. Resonance of pride, shame, shock, unworthy, worthless. Is there an inherited psychic resonance? Yes. Is it A, odd, even, 2, 4, 6, 6. Humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm, overwhelm. Inherited overwhelm. I release that. Yes. Was this from my mother's side, my father? Was it from my father? It was from my father. Overwhelm. Passed down to me at time of conception. Right. Release that. Are there any more trapped emotions that I can release at this time? No. Just checking the severity. My level of grief, it was a 10, so it's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4. All right, we're at a 4. Is there any more to do for right now? No. We're just going to let that process. Yes. I'm just going to become me again. All right, Helena, good. Okay. Good. So back to being me. Just going to hydrate here. So what has happened there is the subconscious mind has said that we started at a 10 and we've gotten down to a 4. So right now, my client, she's just going to be processing. So that's just releasing the energy from the system, from her body. And that can manifest in many different ways. It can be a feeling of lightness, a feeling of clarity. It may be even happiness. It may actually bring about some tears and just releasing some more and letting go, feeling a little more, secure. Those, we often say those lemons, those energetic balls of emotions stuffed away in the system are coming out. So we can uncover, Dana, I like this, the rose.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we've been peeling away those outer layers, those protective layers, those, those I'm fine layers, and even the hurt layers. And soon we'll be able to uncover the rosebud, the center, the core of who you are. And yeah, so just let me know how that goes over the next few days. And Dana, we often work with clients for 3 sessions, either 30 or 45 minutes, because we can do so much more, ask more questions, work on other layers surrounding the issue. Or sometimes some issues are just taken care of like that. So bring a list.
Yeah.
And what did you find, Dana?
Well, interesting. Just before I do this, I just share a little case study of someone I've been working on. So we're at the 4th session. She's continued to get more sessions with me. And she's a widow, been widow for several years. And what she wanted to do on a conscious level was sell off one of the properties that she and her husband had owned. And this had never come up before. She mentioned it, oh yeah, it's all good, whatever. But when I was doing the session the other day, what came up is that she thought she was over the grieving. That, yeah, I'm all good, everything's fine. And what came up during the session was that she felt if she sold this property, she was being unfaithful to her husband, as well as that was going to be retirement for them as well. So she was seeing her future, feeling a loss and grieving it. And as soon as we got to that, honestly, her face her whole aura and everything just lit up, because that was it. And as Helena said, we're doing a short session here, working with people, and then it's the processing that they have to do. So like I said, I'm on session 4 with her, and that finally came up. And now I really feel that property can move on to another rightful owner. But, grieving there's no time limit on grieving. Some people will grieve their whole life. But with the emotion code, we can definitely help start the process and remove some of these emotions. So like you, Helena, the client I worked on started at a 10, and I got it down to a 4. So I kind of chuckled when you said that, because yeah, there's more work to be done here. But the emotions that came out for her were all hers, so nothing inherited. So first of all, it was lack of control. She felt despair. I removed failure, nervousness. And she had, when 2 emotions are trapped together, they're called a psychic trauma. So she had jealousy and longing as a psychic trauma, which I removed. She also had the trapped emotion of worry, anxiety. But the ones that I felt the strongest energy for were betrayal. So I removed that. Abandonment, felt very, very abandoned. And the last psychic trauma that came up was sorrow and sadness. So, often Helena and I will feel some of these emotions ourselves, and sometimes we will cry because
Yeah.
it's just such a strong emotion for us. And I always feel that when it gets that deep, that it's ready to come up and be released. So I hope that this has helped this gal, and I think her name is pronounced Renan. So I hope that's helped you, Renan. We'd love to have a comment um, or you can PM, private message me in Facebook, and we'll find out how things went for you there. But I definitely